So today we're going to be doing a review and unboxing of this Beretta Elite 2 CO2 powered air gun. This thing allegedly shoots at 410 feet per second. It has a 19 round magazine capacity. It takes a 12 gram CO2 cartridge and 4.5 millimeter or .177 steel BBs. This does not shoot pellets. It also has the Weaver rail accessory for hooking up laser sights or flashlight, whatever you want. So let's get into it. Alright, so this plastic packaging, all the normal bullshit. Comes with the manual, which we probably won't use, and some other stuff trying to sell you stuff. Alright, here it is. This is the weapon. It has a very plastic feel to it. I don't know if you see this hand guard. You hear that? It feels like cheap plastic. None of these are functional. This is all built in to the plastic. It's all molded into the plastic. The hammer is not real. You can get a look at that right there. It's all built in. It does look real, however. The magazine is drop out. Push this down here and that drops out. This magazine is all metal though, and that is pretty good. So you flick this little thing down here, load your BBs up and pop it back. That's a spring loaded, and it'll only take a .177 BB. Fire and safety switch is on the side here. So pull it back, push in and pull back to fire, push up to safety. That's a little tricky because you can't just pull it back. You have to actually push it in and then pull it back. So now you can fire. As far as loading the CO2, this thing pops out. Alright, you load the CO2 in there. That comes completely off. Load the CO2 in there, and then this pops down, and you can twist to tighten the CO2 in. So let's get this thing loaded up and do some test shots on it. It just pops back in there. So with this gun, you pay for what you get, alright? It's made out of plastic, but with that said, it does look very realistic. And if you're going for a replica Beretta, I mean, this looks fairly legit from a distance. It's only until you get up close and you actually touch it that you notice that it's not a real Beretta. I've held a Beretta before. I was in the Marines for 5 years and I was issued a Beretta. So this is legit. We need to do some test shots with this thing to see how it works. But I think overall, I paid 39 bucks for this at Gander. I think it goes for $54.99. I got it on clearance, and for that price, it's a steal. I mean, some of your Crossman and cheaper air pistols out there go for about the same. So we'll see what the accuracy is on this thing. I am concerned with the sights. If you notice, it's got a one white dot sight here, nothing on the back here. So when you're looking down, see if I can line that up for you. When you're looking down, it's kind of hard to, there we go. You have nothing to really line up those back sights. So I mean, you could do like that and guess, but you're not very accurate. These aren't adjustable. It's plastic. Who knows if it's lined up well. Once we get some test shots, we'll be able to determine that a little bit better. But I'll get it loaded up, put some rounds down range, and we'll see what we have. Alright guys, so this is how this thing's shot. First time I've shot the weapon. Getting used to those sights, but I'm actually pretty happy with this. None of them really went outside of the 6 ring here. I was shooting from 20 feet away. If you notice, I got 4 right here in this small little group. And then the rest of them, we're talking less than a 3-inch grouping here. We got 4 or 5 rounds, 5 shots that went outside of that 3-inch group. So I mean, considering that there are no rear dots on the back sights, and considering that this is a non-rifled barrel shooting BBs, I'm actually pretty happy with how that turned out. I didn't know what to expect, but considering that, I'm pretty pleased, and I'm sure with a little more trigger time on the weapon and getting familiar with the trigger pull and actually figuring out how it sights in, I think we could get that a little bit better. I was using these daisies, just a zinc coated, standard BB, nothing special. So that is the Elite 2 Beretta CO2 powered BB gun. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like if you liked the video. If you have the weapon, let me know what your experience is with it. Does anybody put anything on the rail up here? Does the laser sight help with shooting? I'm gonna put this thing through the ringer here. I might do some chronograph test on it to see if it actually performs at the 410 feet per second. But otherwise, get out there and get behind the trigger.